My guy is still speaking French. Anyway, so I've decided that I would like to get to the point where I can fight, where I can win, not just fight, but win the Battle of Jutland against Germany. Means building a lot of ships. But if I can get to that point strategically, I think I'll be very comfortable with this campaign. And then we can move on to other things. It might be multiple battles of Jutland. I almost said Battle of Jutlands. It might take more than one of those, but if I can do that, then like I will definitely have the strategic upper hand. Obviously, land victories are also required because, like, I won the Battle of Meuse last time, the Battle of the Meuse. I'm not sure if there was a Battle of the Meuse in World War One. There was one in World War Two. This is the Meuse right here. Goes through Liège. Doesn't really go through Liège on this map, but like I essentially killed like 3 German armies, and there's still 4 left in the area, so you know, we got some work to do, is what I'm saying. But anyway, I think this turn is wrapped up. Thanks. Very helpful information. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Yeah, the Belgium is unhappy. Got it. These guys back here. Now they're happy. Now that my artillery has returned, everybody suddenly not complaining so much. Does it show me CPU moves if they're attacking something of mine? Yeah, it didn't show me this ship. Didn't show me a lot of the land movement, but it showed me the guy who was raiding my coastline. Well, my factories at Liège, which will never get built unless I can push farther. Well, they got some fucking artillery, bro. I'm gonna save. And then we're gonna do this. I would be much happier if this guy was in front, because he has less and shittier artillery. Only 1 unit of machine guns though, which is good. I don't think we've seen a tank on the battlefield before, so be able to see how untank-like it performs. Although I guess World War I tanks in the first place don't really act like tanks in our popular conception. Oh, that's okay. We're gonna call that good enough. They can shoot up.
Damn this weather, sir! Wet powder makes misfires a certainty. General Staff, sir.
There's the tanks. Do I want to shoot at those first, or... I guess I kind of have to. A7Vs. That's how you're supposed to use tanks, right? You drive them around in circles while they're under artillery fire. That's what you do. A7V female tanks. I'm not sure if the Germans used the male-female designation, but the British definitely would have, in referring to the enemy tanks. Male, of course, meaning that it has cannons, and female means that it has machine guns. Oh, we already got one. Done. There goes the other one. Alright. Now let me shoot at this gigantic clump of infantry. Holy shit. What a target. The unit that I actually have targeted still has not taken a single casualty. Oh, there we go. But everybody else has. Okay, they're headed back. I shall begin... What's the most concerning? Yeah, the Schwere Haubitze. Schwere Haubitze. Can't speak German in the morning. I think that's the most worrisome. Oh, nice. Already got one of them. Yeah, their infantry's just fucking around now. Oh, whoops. Schwere Haubitze means heavy howitzer, in that order. In the context of this game, heavy means that it has a bigger shell, and howitzer means that it shoots over this hill instead of through it. Like, all I have is light howitzers. And you can see, if you look at my guys, the angle of fire is like up here. So, and then it comes in at quite an angle as well, which means even if the enemy is kind of behind a hill, like these guys kind of are, then they will still, the shells will still hit where they're supposed to. But if the shells come in at a more shallow angle, then in some cases the hill might just straight up shelter them so you can't hit them at all. But most of the time it just means that, like, the inaccuracy is increased, sort of. Because, like, at a shallower angle, smaller differences in deviation mean that the shell lands further away. I'm not an artillery expert, but I am a Napoleon Total War expert, so. Alright, one of those guys is routing. Let's move over to this side of the line. Man. What are you doing, bud? Did I just shoot into here? I can do that. If you want me to shoot right here into the center of your lines, I could do that too. This is oh no, I can't change the setting here. This is hard battle AI, by the way. Hard. The third of 4 difficulty settings. Which I mean, they are smart enough to, like, actually deploy their artillery and shoot at me, which doesn't always happen. Yeah, my artillery is getting a few promotions right now because of all their infantry is in the same place. How's my artillery doing, by the way? You've lost 6 guns out of 32. Not too bad. They are getting hit though. Which, I mean, I guess I would rather the artillery shoots at my artillery than shoot at my infantry. Because it has less effect on the artillery. Because the men in the artillery unit are more spread out. There's like essentially 4 focal points in the artillery unit that you have to hit in order to have any effect. But that's not the case for infantry. Oh, did you see that? Okay, yeah. So these field cannons, their angle of fire is significantly less. Like the howitzers is up here to shoot the same distance. The field cannons, obviously they have a higher velocity. So they shot at that high of an angle, they would way overshoot. But because of that high velocity, they just end up hitting this breastwork in front of them at a very shallow angle. But the howitzers don't give a shit about terrain, which is why I use them. Okay, the infantry... I think the infantry's dead enough. We can shoot it with the artillery. Okay. These guys are still pretty shallow, but they're going over this stuff. Oh, you guys want to watch some cavalry die? Always a good day to watch some cavalry die. It's always interesting to see how much they get out with. Oh. 0. Fucking 0. Sometimes they get out with like 7. But not when there's nothing else for my infantry to shoot at. My marines, I should say. Okay. So this army that's full of cavalry is reinforcing from over here. Solid. Y'all got any guns? Hold on. No, just the sword. Yep. I mean, they might have pistols. It's possible. But just not be modeled or something. These guys have rifles. Those do not look like cavalry carbines, though. Look how low it hangs down. Like below stirrup. It's a full-length infantry rifle. Gewehr 98. With the roller coaster sights. Hard to see when my artillery is shaking the ground. But that's what it is. Which is the same thing that the infantry have, incidentally. In this game and in real life. These guys are like, this is the easiest battle we fought in a while.
Light infantry at your command, sir.
We just get to chill here. Interesting. I don't know enough about the Lee Enfield to make any comments about the specific model. But I know it's like a number 3 star or whatever. Mark 3 star? Yeah, it's Mark 3 star. Which would be... retroactively, that's like the number 2, right? Or whatever. I don't know how the fuck it works. But, it's the correct model for World War I. Right. It doesn't have the aperture sight yet. But I think that was the number 2, and then the number 3 is like a practice rifle in 22 or something. And the number 4 is essentially the World War II version of the Lee Enfield. And the number 5 is the jungle carbine. I think that's how it works. The so-called jungle carbine, I guess. Where's this guy? Oh, in the middle of the line. Jesus, my generals. Taking some hits. We'll put him back there. Oh, are these... What the fuck? What the fuck? The people in the tank don't even have character models, they just have weapons. Invisible men. That's fascinating. I mean, I guess if they stay in the tank, you never see that they're invisible. If I don't remember to cut out that sneeze, you're just gonna have to deal with it. Man. Alright, we're gonna speed up time until something happens. See if we ever are able to have an effect on this artillery unit. I mean, he's one of the ones causing the most of the casualties to my artillery at the moment. Oh, we got one of them. the reinforcements aren't really coming in because there's just a bunch of these infantry units left that have like 20 guys or whatever. 16. The 2 guys from the tank. So there's still 20 units on the battlefield. There we go. You get your butts out of there. I don't want to see you again. I'll shoot at... yeah, this guy needs some... this guy needs some shells. He's asking for it. Fresh shells. What are you doing? Who are you? No, not you. Some random dude from my artillery? What are you doing? What are you doing, bud? Whatever. Well, this is the reason why I built that factory in Brussels. Or why I am building that factory in Brussels, because it's not built yet. So that I can have a place that builds artillery on the continent. Very important. Especially if you start losing them. Oh, what's happening? Everybody's moving. Why's everybody moving? You know what, I'm gonna take the fight forward a little bit. Just so we get done sooner. God damn it. Yeah, there we go. Let's see if my guys are able to shoot at the invisible men. The bat winning decisively with 1 gun left. Oh yeah, dude. Make your country proud. Oh, I need to be... Oh, they're rifle cavalry. Yep, I'm fine. And these Hussars only have 34 guys. We're fine. We're fine. The only time the cavalry matter is when you're not stationary. do some work, you guys. The artillery's been pulling their weight. Just been sitting on your asses the whole battle. Let's go. I think they did kill the tank units. I think that did happen. So that's good, because if they were bugged out, it might prevent the battle from ending, which would not be good. These goddamn hills. Let me tell you.
They must break.
Killed both their generals. In this mod specifically, you really see the fault of the men having to be stationary in order to fire. Like, it's like, do you really have to be in a line? Like, can you just all stop where you are and just shoot at the enemy? I don't give a shit. Right. Which is kind of what happened in real history. Zero. Alright. Well, that's everybody. That's everybody that's on the battlefield right now, I guess. This reinforcing army does not have that much artillery, as I recall.
Men are running, sir.
Who? Why? For what purpose are you running? What are you running from? The enemy who is also running? Do tell. Alright, boys. Let's seal them off in their corner. I'm gonna move my general up to... yeah, move him up right here. These guys need some moral support. The people have 1 gun and 6 guys left. These guys too, but they're at the end of the line, so I wouldn't be able to adjust them. I mean, really everybody's doing a good job. Everybody deserves a visit from the general. But he can't be everywhere at once. But these guys decided to stop running. Well, in your own time, gentlemen. I don't think I've ever seen... Oh, that's funny. They're not actually... Okay, my guys are able to shoot back. That's important. Just check in real quick. You know, that might be like the best version of the machine guns, because they can move much quicker and easier than the heavy machine guns. It's really funny how they move though, because they're pretending they have a field artillery piece when they just have what is ostensibly a light machine gun. Although even the lightened version of the 0815 is still a pretty chunky boy. But you're not, it's not like on a field artillery carriage like some of the really heavy machine guns are. You know. Oh, they're all dead. See, I told you, all you need is riflemen. It is depicted as the unlightened version of the 0815, though. I should specify. At least I think so. Although maybe all the ground-based versions did have water jackets. That's possible. Might have just been... It might have just been the aircraft version that went for the ventilated, air-cooled setup. I think they just have infantry left in terms of reinforcements. Nice hit from the artillery there.
glorious victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
Oh, I think that's the last one, actually. There we go. All done. Let's look at this casualty list here.
The oceans are ours.
781 to 5,072. Y'all got 338 men left. My artillery out here with 375 kills. Some of the infantry with over 400. Yeah. That seems about right. They killed almost twice as many men as they brought to the field. And they had a 4-to-1 KD. So, you know. Or no, that's an 8-to-1. 8-to-1 KD. Alright, I'm happy. See if we can mop this guy up. Yeah.
We rule the way.
There we go. There we go. Alright. I need to lounge around. Put these guys out in reserve for a few turns. Even though they're the only guys I have. Let him recover. This guy's probably gonna try besieging next turn. That's fine. That's fine. All right.